going to be covering things like how to get started writing blog posts, how to use Neuron Writer. You guys all have access to Neuron Writer while you're in the program. And so the first question is, who needs Neuron Writer access yet? Mary, have you used Neuron? I can't remember.
I have not, and that's really why I was like popping in. I'm just in between, you know me, I'm in between some other responsibility other than my own life. And
Right, right, right.
anyway, I was popping in because I didn't think I had Neuron Writer, and I was just really kind of curious about that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
then I wasn't going to be able to stay long. I just wanted, you or Susie to let me know during the rest of the week when you really needed me to come in.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so yeah, as far as we have the boot camp, and yeah, if people who love my programs and want to talk about how it's helpful and beneficial, the later part of tomorrow's call would be
Can you
fantastic.
give
And
me an
then
approximate time?
like the last 15 minutes even, like so approximately 10:45-ish.
Okay, I can pop in. I've got somebody coming to the house to work. But I'll try to be on at 10:45. Just pop
Okay.
on and do that while she's here working.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and just even if I don't notice, just direct message and say I'm here. So
Okay,
I
I
don't miss
will.
you if you're only, especially if you're only available for a bit of time. Um, and then yeah, Friday I'm going to do kind of a pop-up Q&A kind of day.
Yep.
So if you're able to join in, probably doing it at that same 10 o'clock. So
Thursday and Friday at 10:45. Yeah, I want to be there for you. I just, I said,
thank you.
I have finally broken down and I'm getting somebody to come help me declutter the house, get the studio. Anyway, I needed
I,
adult supervision.
yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, so I'm going to screen share and we'll get started on Neuron Writer, make the most of our time we've got together here. Okay, so Neuron Writer is a really great tool. And we set you up with your project. So it's marygurley.com, right?
Yeah, maryharveygurley.com.
Thank you. Okay, and so then we just click next. And if you want to give me your email address in the chat, you can private message if you want to, but I will need that to give you access. Um, and anyone else who does not yet have access to Neuron Writer, if you can drop into the chat your domain name and your email address, we'll just spend a couple minutes, get everyone set up, and then we will go into how to use it. And just stop screen sharing while I put in like,
Yeah. I'll be right back.
yeah, go right ahead. All right. All right. Okay, got that one done. Mindset for business mastery. Get you set up. Okay, one more moment. All right. Okay. Okay, so let me, oops. So I inadvertently gave access to, oh, I'm hoping, oops, I meant to send that only to you, Mary.
Okay.
So that'll give you access um, to your neuron writer. Um, so I think it works only once. And then, um, yeah, so that should be your collaboration link. So you can click on that. Caroline, I said yours separately. And then, yeah, it'll have you like set up your password and stuff from there. So,
All right. So
um,
setting up as a new account and I'm setting up send verification
yep,
code.
yep, exactly.
I'm getting X's. All right. Should I sign in or should I list it as a new account?
You're signing in as a new account because you need to create your account and then this is a sub account for you. Like so you have access to my account through your own account. So you need to create your own account
Okay. Let me try this.
because it
MHgrade at
wouldn't have a
gmail.com.
password for you until you create that new account.
Okay. Let me get over to my email. All right. This will just take one
Yeah,
second.
it won't take long.
Okay. I'm getting there.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how you can take an idea for a blog topic. So Mary, do you kind of have a couple ideas of what you're wanting, or Caroline, you could speak to of what you might want to create a blog post about? Like,
I need to do some more health and fitness.
okay,
So I think maybe let's just say helping 55-year-old women plus work on building their hips. Let's do hips.
okay, perfect. I like the specificity.
Considering
What
that's the
age?
path I'm
What
on right now.
what age group did you say?
55
I
plus.
focus on 55-year-old women plus.
No, I just was like, I'm really close to that age group. I'm like,
Yeah, well, that's
she
what my
must be reading my
nieces
mind.
said. My nieces are like, they're scarily there. But I think there are two things that I want to work on next, Lisa, not to monopolize, but one is, of course, a health and fitness hips, but the other one is doing your Swedish death cleaning.
Mm.
Is it really just the three of us?
Yeah,
Oh, y'all, listen, YouTube. No,
we
there's a
are we are
family
showing
audience.
it is recorded though, just FYI.
Okay,
It happens.
okay. I was going to say I don't want to monopolize y'all's precious
Oh,
time, and I'll
you're
pop
fine.
off.
No, you're totally fine.
Okay.
So, okay, so I just went in, and so my process when I create content, and this is what I want you guys to get, my process is I usually use a combination of an AI tool, Chat's one of my favorites. So I just put in, I want to do a blog post for women with health regarding hip health title ideas. 5 gentle exercises to keep your hips healthy and mobile after 55. The importance of maintaining hip strength as you age. So you can see how like each one has a slightly different nuance. Is there one that kind of pops for you?
Any of them. I really was having a hard time hearing you.
Oh,
I
hang on.
just bumped my sound up.
Let me bump up. Does that help at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really could not hear you, but that did help. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, good. Yeah, so there's a variety of different post ideas that came up on the list here. Is there one that kind of jumps out at you?
Pick one, Lisa, since I couldn't
How
hear.
about hip pain in older women causes prevention and maintainable strategies, or 5 gentle exercises to keep your hips healthy and mobile after 55? Which
5
jumps more?
general exercises.
Perfect. And that's going to be easier for you to create, I think, from an authoritative sense. Okay, so we've got that title. We're going to do a query now. So you go into here. Now, I just want to back up a second. When you are in yours, you click on here and it's going to give you a choice between like two different options. I forget the way that you're going to want to, I'm going to create this. It'll be in your account. So literally you will have this already in your account. You want to go
Okay.
to the one that has this. So if you're looking at it, and you're like, oh, where'd it go? Go up to this corner, choose the other option, and you'll probably find it.
It'll
So I
be
like to,
under
One of the
shared.
arrows.
what's that?
Yeah, because
You'll
I'm
find it
looking,
under shared projects.
Shared
Anything under
projects.
Lisa will be under shared projects.
got
There
it.
we go. I
Okay.
literally don't see that because I'm logged in as me. So
Got
I
it.
just
I
put
see
this
it
in.
now. I see it now.
Great.
Okay.
Perfect. So I just put this in here. The shared projects means you're sharing this huge amount that everyone, like 200 posts, everyone can use over the span of the month. So like you've got great, most people can easily do 5-ish posts, no problem. And it just depends on if there's a lot of people creating as to how many more beyond 5, but we generally say you can do at least 5 each month that you plan out in here with that. And so you notice this little percentage bar, we're waiting for that to get to 100. And nothing will happen
Okay.
till it does. And you can click on it, but it's literally just going to take you to another waiting page. And so at least on the other page, we could see the number going up. So it doesn't matter which page you wait on, but once it's done, it will bring you to the next page. So we give it just another minute here and it'll go from there. Caroline, were you able to get logged in?
Yeah, well, thanks.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you're going to have a very similar process. You'll want to be in the shared one because that'll give you more access. They give you a small amount of your own. Do know that I can see what is in the shared one, but I can also help you by, you know, when we're doing calls and stuff to give input and such on what you've got. So just FYI, nobody else but me as the account holder and you as the client have access to your content though.
Okay,
So
Lisa, let me ask you, how do
Mhm.
you feel about Neuron Writer versus Koala?
They are two totally different animals.
Okay.
So this neuron writer is giving me the top results. So literally 5 exercises to strengthen your hips. Orthopedic surgeon Bellevue. So you're gonna have a hard time ranking for this if there's like these big names and YouTubes and whatever on the top, but at the same time, it's still going to be helpful information for your people. So I wouldn't worry too much about this, but at the same time, having your content, knowing what to write is what we're doing. Getting clarity on that. Some you can either choose check all or check top 10. It doesn't really matter which one you do, but hypothetically the top 10 versus all, it just does a different baseline of the averages of what words are frequently used, what lengths are frequently common, that kind of thing. So once we're in here, this is giving me a list of, and this will disappear so you can actually see. But this is giving me a list of the words that are most commonly used. So they recommend using the word 5 exercises at least once. They recommend using the word phrase exercises for older adults at least once. And so you'll see once you use a phrase, it's going to give you credit for having used it. So you've used it 1 out of 1 time, you use the older adult phrase 1 out of 1 to 2 times. So it kind of
If
gives
I
you,
can jump in before we
yes,
get too much further, so they understand how the phrases come about. And
I need to
I don't
walk
know
through
if,
that.
yeah, if you, I can't remember when she put your title to generate, you had to pick competitors
yes,
that you wanted to compare. And this is where this is an important step because in choosing competitors, you want to be selective because sometimes you're going to get YouTube, Pinterest, you're going to get things that are not really your competitors.
Mhm.
right.
So And you'll be able to click in the screen that it comes up before here. You'll be able to click on the links and it'll open. It should open in a new tab.
Mhm.
What they are, so you can
Okay,
skim.
I did that. I opened
Uh,
and I think I went to the silver sneakers one and
Mhm.
Oh, here it is, select competitors.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it was fifth down or something
Yep.
Anyway, silver sneakers, but where I saw the word list you had, Lisa, on the right-hand side,
Mm-hmm.
do I hit next to see that word list?
So yeah, when you are on this list, you click update and then it brings you to where you can put in your post and update your numbers and that kind of stuff. So this content score should show up on this right-hand side.
All right, I'm looking for the update key.
If you want to screen share, you're welcome to do so. Sometimes things show up a little bit differently on your computer than it does on mine. Oh, here's the content. No, we didn't want content score. I thought
All right,
that was weird
let
that
me
it showed up as a
see. Let me
box.
get over to screen share for a second.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're being walked through on your own, sometimes it helps when somebody's telling you where to go.
Right. One more moment here and I'll get that turned on for you. Okay. Okay, you should be able now to get that turned on. And for those of you who are probably watching on replay, if you need help getting this account set up, just message me, put in a support ticket, and we'll get you set up. So, all right. So yeah, so this is where you're selecting the competitors. Then you want to click next.
Okay.
And then this is what we were looking at. If you click that little left arrow on the kind of top, make that go away, yeah, then you'll be able to see better. Like, so this is now basically like where you'd put in your website content, where you'd type your blog post. And the reason I say that Koala is different from Neuron Writers, that Koala will write the post for you. Neuron Writer, technically, I guess they have a writing tool, but we don't use it for that purpose. Koala does a really great job. If you're having a post written, Koala is my favorite tool for that because it was written by bloggers to help with with creating content, creating ideas, creating good outlines, having that good process for creating online content. So yeah, so you can kind of just keep going through and you can see and actually if you go back into that where you just were,
Mm-hmm.
I want to just highlight what you were just doing. So click on the title, and that should, there you go, take you back into there. So now you see where it says senior 50%.
Mm-hmm.
You can add the word for 55 plus senior women, and 50% of your competitors use that phrase senior somewhere in the title.
Okay.
And so I think you missed an R, but once you do that, then it's going to highlight it in green, meaning you covered that one. And so you can see how hip stretches for seniors, hip stretch, hip exercises. You could say hip stretch exercises. You know what I mean? Like, so you can use this as information. You don't want to have it be like every one of the phrases variations get shoved in there because it's going to
Right.
feel weird. You want it to read well, but also get inspiration on these. So like on the bottom description, 5 exercises to help older women keep their hips strong. So maybe instead of older women used to help senior women improve hip strength and flexibility, improve hip strength or improve flexibility. See how you can kind of like modify it just a little bit so you include some of those key phrases. And the description is not a ranking factor. It's more when someone reads the post description, are they intrigued and interested in it? Will they want to click into it? And so the more that you're using phrases that people are wanting to know about and wanting to use, and are valued by Google, as you know, a lot of people are clicking into this kind of content. That's the beauty of what you're doing. So see how nice that reads? And
Yep.
it's like you touched upon some of the good key points. So just hit save and close. And then you see where that 7 is, where it says right above select competitors.
Yes.
So that 7, if you hover over it, that 7 is telling you you're ranking as a 7 right now. And that pop-up that keeps going up and then disappearing. No, just a
No, hang
second.
on 1 second. I need to
You need to move us.
I need to move you. Let me get you over there. All right, now I'm
Okay.
over there. I see where it's
Yeah, so now, okay, when you see that top part pop up
Mhm.
above the 7, if you can hover just on that little like half circle, there you go. So the highest of all of the selected competitors that you selected is a 51. The top number 1 seat is a 32. This is in terms of the content, like the
Mhm.
meatiness of the content and whether it aligns with what they're anticipating.
Right.
So a 51 is the highest, a 32 is the top one, the top 10 have a median of 31. That tells me your content should be between 31 and 51 probably.
Mhm.
Anything above 31 is going to probably be good enough for, top-ish. You could aim for towards 51 or slightly above if you're really wanting to like make sure to like cover everything super well if it's like a really strong pillar for you. And the way that you get these numbers up, obviously it gave you some points already since you have a 7 just for your title and your description.
Right.
But once you start putting in your blog post content, it will
Uh-huh.
give you scores based off of what phrases you're using and what you have in the headlines in the text.
Well,
And so that's what this does is the beauty of this is it's kind of that reassurance for you that you're on the right track, that your content is good, that you're, meeting what you want content wise. Does that make sense?
mhm.
So if you want, I can do a kind of quick creation of it in Koala
Okay.
and plunk that in for you to just kind of see that process.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I'm going to have you stop screen sharing and then I will start to screen share in just a moment. So what you do is you take the title, and you probably didn't notice it, but Mary, you switched your title from what you had told me, like, oh, this is what I'd want it to be, the 5 gentle exercises, to
Right.
a slightly different variation. If you have it be an exact match, it will actually be helpful to you. If you hit save on what you've got done right now, though, then I'll be able to update my version.
Okay, I just hit save.
All right, I'll update mine. I'm going to screen share here and we will continue on. Okay, so now it's got that. Is it? It's not keeping your title.
Oh, really?
Did you hit save?
I did.
Why is it not populating? Are
Hit
you
that.
in the same exact one as me?
All right, save and close. And I saved and
Us
closed there.
Usually.
And I'm going to hit save again in a different spot. Changes have
And you
been
didn't
saved.
create a new one. I
No.
wonder, let me go into it back through here. So project home. Just make sure we didn't create a second one inadvertently. It has your content score of 7. It might have auto saved mine over the top of yours. So, okay, if you've got yours closed, that's all right. So we'll just put the title as this. You can always, it's funny that it has it here though. There we go. Now it's populated. Okay, so and then just if we take, I'm just gonna put this in here. So, well, you've got it anyway because it's in the title, but All right, so just putting that in there for now as a place saver. So and notice that brings your score up because you're so closely aligning it with the content that you're aiming to align for. So we're gonna go to Koala Writer
Mhm.
and ask it to create. We'll use the turbo because it gives us a little better quality. And then we're gonna put in this search keyword title thing. And we're gonna do default. We can do some images, maybe not 15. I don't like waiting around for
No, I
15s.
think 15 is a little much. We just kind of need one.
Yeah, let's do 6. Now we've got a few to pick from. Um, I don't love SEO optimized. I usually go with friendly. It comes
Oh.
across better. And I usually do the you, like you should do this. Does that make sense? Does that
Mhm.
align with you? Okay. And then I do real-time data or not, it doesn't matter. This will bring in sources. Do you want to link to other sources that talk on the topic a little more authoritatively than you do, or do you not want to?
I do. I like to do that.
Okay, perfect. And then FAQ and key takeaways are nice just to kind of get a starting point. You don't have to use them if you don't want to. So it's going to create an outline for you. And we just wait a little bit. Do you already have Koala Mary?
I do.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
You remember when, we first had that offer from them?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it back then.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, so nice. All right, so you have the introduction, and then anything that it's missing, like if you're thinking, gosh, I wish it would go into subheadings for these, all you do, the quickest way, you can always put them at the bottom and move them up. But one of the quickest ways is just to copy and then edit.
Mhm.
And so use it or lose it. Mobility might be like a topic. Not that that's a great one. I'm just using it for example purposes. And then just pull it in and you've got your H3.
It's better than you think it is because it's the absolute truth.
So anyway, so you've got everything here, and then you can kind of like, what am I missing? What do I need? Whatever. And then if it looks good to you, then you just click on write article. And it's adapted the title just a little bit. So you can even do and put that in there. I'm going to drop these other two down here. Not that you would want to keep them all, but I'm just going to do that to see what it does to the score. So the score went up. It was a 15. It went down to 11 when I took out the 2 random extra titles, which is fine. Interesting.
Huh.
The like these words would have to be removed, but the graphics aren't terrible for AI.
Uh-uh.
Especially for the first go around. Usually you'll have
Mhm.
like an extra finger or 2 hands on the same
Mhm.
arm or something like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm. A missing leg.
Lisa, I don't know if you knew that, not only did Mike die, but I had to put my dog to sleep the other
You
day.
mentioned that. That's
All
terrible. I'm
in all in
sorry.
all in 7 days. And
Hmm.
anyway, I was trying to do an AI graphic of Rainbow Bridge. They had 2 heads on the dog.
Oh no.
Adobe Firefly, it was a head in either direction. And I was like, whoa, that's a little weird.
Hmm.
I use Firefly a lot and I get that. I'm like, really? But even not in Firefly, any of the AI generators, I find
Mhm.
that that happens.
I've
Right.
used Night Journey, but they've made some Night Journey changes. that I really don't like. And I'm not getting the art from Night Journey that I was at one point in time. Susie, have you used Mid Journey or Night Cafe? It's Night Cafe Mid Journey. Have you used Mid Journey at all?
No, I haven't used Midjourney.
Wow, this graphic isn't bad either.
Mm-mm.
So you can see like obviously it covers a good amount of like starting point information. You need to
Right.
obviously flesh it out, make it you, make it flow a little better, that kind of stuff. But like oftentimes like it starts with a good, relatively good starting point flow, usually with the content. Um, and yeah, so basically once you've let this kind of, I don't know of any seniors that can do that.
Me.
Can you really?
Uh-huh.
I
I
couldn't do
know
that
quite
as
a
a
few. Yep. I know
teenager.
quite a few too.
Well,
Yep.
okay.
Like full on splits?
Mhm.
Wow. Impressive. That is not me. I've never been able to do that. I am not a gymnast. I still have horror stories from
I
from
was a gymnast
trying.
and I was a figure skater.
Oh,
And
that would
so I
explain it.
am able to still get on the floor and kind of do,
Nice.
if anything, I was too flexible growing up,
Mm,
way too flexible.
It's all about
understood.
stretching.
It really is.
Mhm.
And strength training.
Yep.
Whoa, that one's a little aggressive.
I can't even tell.
I was gonna say I can't tell.
Susie, I think that's one where her head is on backwards.
I think you're right. It's
Something's
not
weird.
anatomically on there right.
No. Nope. So anyway, and we don't necessarily need to wait for this thing to populate, but
Yeah.
basically what you do is once it's done, you come up to the top, you copy it. Well, it's not gonna let me do it until, but once it's done, it'll have a copy option on the top, and then you just paste that in here. Now, what I can probably do is copy at least some of it just using a formal copy paste.
I find
And
when I'm using Koala, it helps give me an outline because you'll find sometimes it's redundant, repeats itself, but it'll
mhm.
have headings or topics, and that's with any AI. And I end up writing what you want to do is, putting your information that you know, because it's not always going to get it right. It'll confidently tell you something, but it's not going to be right. And I use
Mhm.
that analogy all the time. Like I can tell you something confidently and I could totally not be right in what I'm saying, but it'll
Right?
sound good because
It'll
I'm
sound good.
confident.
Yeah.
But it gives me a good outline and headings, and I put it from Koala into Neuron Writer, and then I write and do my editing here. And also too, I don't know if Lisa touched when you're doing your titles and when you're doing your title in your meta, when you go into WordPress and you're using your SEO plugins, whether it's Yoast, All in One, Rank Math, that puts it in there, and it's just for SEO purposes to help you in the Google side of things.
Right.
It's not something you required, but when you put it in there, it's good because it's going to help give you that boost in the back end.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh, and it
Yeah.
jumped to 47 just with that.
Yeah, just with that, it's not even complete. And we haven't even started to look at like what phrases make sense to easily add that aren't in there. Like improve mobility, that would be an easy one. Like these can help reduce muscle tension, improve mobility, and enhance flexibility.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you can see how we just added that. We now got credit, I think. Where did it go? Here it is. And you do that a few times and you'll get another, couple notches increased. So it makes it a little bit easier to get an idea. Like this is, I use it kind of as brainstorming, like help you balance. Is that something I would want to say? No, not really. Let me find a different one. Possible causes. You can kind of look through this and see like what did I cover, what didn't I cover, what should I be covering. And so this is the basic, like these are the basic ones to cover, these are the extended ones, and then you can also, you can add from your Google Search Console if you link it. But you can also go to the headings and look at what headings you should be including. And so this is your heading right here. So this is like an H2. You might look at it. Oh, so it's strength building movements, H2 terms. You might look at it and go for tight hips or hip flexor stretches
Right,
and strength building movement. So you can see how like you can naturally include it. The tendency is to try to be like, well, my keyword is this, let me include it a million times. But if you overuse your keyword, it feels like stuffing. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
seniors over 55, for seniors over 55, for senior, you're like, you don't even want to hear it again, right?
Right. Well, and
But
that's
this
where
will
I
give
am right
you,
now on my website. I'm tired of it.
yeah. Yeah. So it gives you the opportunity to kind of work through like different ways of saying the same thing that you're still covering key content that you should have on there, but it's not feeling as heavy or repetitive. Has this been helpful?
Yeah, very much so.
Good. How about you, Carolyn? Are you kind of following?
Kind of a bit lost.
Okay. That's all right. That's all right. So, let
Where
me,
did you get lost at?
um,
If it's at the beginning, just say so we know how far back to go.
Pretty much the beginning.
okay, that's all right. So
That's
let me
okay.
switch over to your account. I'm going to save this, Mary, and then you
Okay.
can go back in and look at that. It's a 59.
That's great.
Yeah. So, I mean, content wise, it's on par. Now it's just a matter of getting it unique to you, getting your, things, make fact checking everything, and working it that way. So,
Well, guys, I need to go take care of some things.
yeah.
I love the time. Susie, Carolyn, nice to meet you. And Lisa and Susie, it's always a great time. And let me know. I've got you down for 10:45 tomorrow. I'll just kind of
Yeah.
break. And I've got you down 10:45 Thursday and Friday.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you girls tomorrow.
Thanks, Mary. Take
Thank you
care.
guys.
All
Bye.
right, bye. Okay, so do you have any topics, Carolyn, that you feel like you'd want to write about?
um, there's a freebie that I'm for doing. I've created it. But I want to talk about it on a blog post as well.
Sure.
But I want to talk about embracing your superpowers, and then like using like a personality assessment and uh the Enneagram and a skills assessment thing.
Off topic, but have you thought about putting a quiz on your website?
No,
Quizzes in that personality thing, people love to do those quizzes. And that
Mhm.
is a good way to grow your email. That's why I said off topic. Well, just think about that.
I don't even know how to spell this word. I don't think I'm anywhere near right. Am I?
I think it's
Not
an
sure.
E instead of an I.
There it is. Okay, perfect. I got it close enough it could fix it for me.
You ladies have fun. I have to switch because I have another
Okay,
Zoom coming.
sounds great. Take care. Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to create a series of posts about kind of relating to that or post ideas, and you can either pick one or write more than one, depending on which you prefer. So discovering your hidden talents, how personality assessment can reveal your superpowers, unleashing your potential, guide to using your Enneagram for personal growth. So is there one that kind of pops out for you?
Um, Maybe number 8, unleashing your inner hero.
Alrighty, so we'll take that one. And we're going to put that into Koala Writer. And while it is doing that, we're also going to do a new query. It's going to make me take the quotes off though. It does not like quotes and it does not like colons. So we take that out and then we hit start. And we'll put this in here. All right, and so if we do images, say 6 again, and then I like friendly if that works for you.
Yep.
Is the you yours work?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Do you want to use real-time data where you reference other sources or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Outline editor, FAQ, and takeaways. And then we'll just say create. And while that's doing that, we've got this. You can see how, like when we talk about batching, we talk about doing kind of the similar types of steps repeatedly. So like you could have that list that we had of different post ideas, you could literally do this process just with multiple windows and like just do the next step of multiples of these processes and kind of go through it. So you can go through this. One of the things that I like to look for is, like Susie was saying, if it's a YouTube video or if it's like completely off the mark, then you would just skip that one, just uncheck it. Otherwise, you can do, click all of them, click some of them, whatever it is that works for you. I usually do check all and then uncheck the ones that are like, yeah, that's not it. That's not necessarily it. And then they're probably good at this point. So we'll just click update. We'll give that a minute to work. We'll check on how Koala is doing. It's got our outline done. So you can see how like this keeps the process moving. So discovering, mapping your skills, strategies to unleash, overcoming challenges, practical applications, nurturing, measurement and progress, hero's journey, FAQs. And then we can just tell it to write the article if this looks okay to you.
Yep.
And you can see it's starting to already create that content while it's doing that. We'll check on how this is coming. So now this is all set up. And so you can see where you can put in already your title. And then we'll have to wait for it to create more. Oh, wow. What a fun graphic. So we'll wait for it to kind of create the content here that we want to see, but so you can see like there's some basic, just a basic starting point one. And kiddos.
Yeah.
I love it. How old are your kids?
My eldest is 22.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. I would be concerned about using this because I would bet that that's copyrighted.
Yeah.
But some interesting graphics that it's created for sure. So as it kind of does its thing, we'll then copy and paste this in. I'll just do a partial copy version right now, kind of like what I did for Mary's. Is this following a little bit better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then now you've got your content, you've got this already starting to fill this up. You've already got a 45 and it's not even the complete thing. So you know you're on track topically, and that it's written well, it has good headlines, it covers it well. I'm just going to delete this one because that is not going to be effective for you. There we go. All right. Anyway, so yeah, so this is kind of like the starting point for creating your blog post. And so once you start to get this part in alignment, then you can work on the next step, which is, you know, going to editing and how you edit it and looking for pictures, and like we have content created that kind of walks you through all of that in your training modules. So does that make sense?
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. All right. Is it finished yet? I'll get that copied over for you. Nope. Still going strong. So yeah, anyway. Alrighty. Well, I think this was kind of the basics of what I wanted to make sure to cover today. And then I also wanted to leave enough time for any questions on any of the content that you've got or covered so far within the program. Is there any questions that you have?
No, I think I just need to go and watch some videos again from because the starter kit. For some reason, I can't figure out how to do the or download the starter kit, so I have to go back and watch the video on that.
Do you have any Christmas? Sorry.
Anyway, that's fine. Yeah, so okay. I'm not sure what you mean by the starter kit. You mean in the BBA or in the BSA?
No, sorry, in the BBA, sorry.
Okay. So what is it you're not able to access? Sorry.
Do you know the starter templates?
Oh, the Cadence starter templates?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can take a look at that in a minute. Just since we're here and whatever. But yeah. Sounds good. All right. Well, we'll let this finish. And pretty much can call this a wrap, I think, for this call. Although, did you want to screen share? And I can kind of show you, like, I think that it's basically one step that most people, like, does it just not even show up on the top?
It's showing at the top, but do you know you says to go down the side? I think
Say that
you
again?
showed I think you showed us to go down the side and I can't remember. It says about all users or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yep.
I
Does
done that.
yours say that again?
I done that way ages ago, but for some reason it's not show. I can't remember how to do it now.
Well, and you should only need to do it once. Like it shouldn't need to be done again. It should just show up.
Okay.
Is it no longer showing up?
No.
That's bazonkers. So if we
Maybe.
go into a random page, we're just going to go into this about page examples, one I happen to have. While it's doing that, I'm going to grab this. Because it should be done by now. Copy. I'm going to paste this in here. And now your score is up to 59, which is nice. And so that's above all of the competitors. So nice. So you know you're on track. Just kind of dial it in, like I said, and then get rid of this one image for sure. Yeah, so I just want to, let me save that before I forget. And then it should show up under your shared projects. Okay.
Okay.
So all right, and then and close this. Let this load for a minute. I know it's unresponsive. It's testing our patience today, Caroline. Well, I could go to an easier page. I have a lot on this page, so it doesn't surprise me. I should have picked an easier one. There we go. It just has a lot of graphics and such. Plus, it's slower with sharing the screen. Okay, so here's one example page and this design library. So when you click on this, does it only show the starter packs and
No,
not
it's
Cadence? It shows Cadence, but not the starter packs.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So the way that you turn that back on is, come on. Nauseatingly slow. Okay, you go into this, I think it's this K,
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
trying.
then block visibility,
That's
and
where
then the design library, and that's where you change it to all users.
I don't know. I must have had it off someday or something.
Yeah, it's not something you probably would turn off on your own. It just might have had some kind of a glitch that need to be returned on. But anyway, hopefully that helps to kind of get clear on how to do that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it does.
good, 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 good. Awesome. All right. Let me stop my screen share somehow. Anyway, perfect. All right. Well, hopefully this has been helpful for you. And thank you so much. And we'll be back again. We'll do another one of these next month. So if you have questions between now and then, feel free to let us know. We'll make sure to get them covered.